Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where we have healthy options for you to cook so that you can feed your family in a healthy way. So today we've got a really super simple option. I'm not even going to really kind of give you exact amounts, but I am going to tell you how to do it because it's just something that's super easy. I get a lot of clients that get frustrated because they're eating the same things over and over again. And what I'm going to tell you about that is that, you know, I eat the same thing every day because I batch cook, I food prep. It makes it easy to take with me. If I want something amazing, I save it for my free meal and I go out and I get it. So, you know, when it comes to just what I'm cooking on a regular basis, remember food is fuel, but I get it. I get you want to have some great options and some variety in what you do. So today we're going to make it super simple. We're going to make a sugar-free teriyaki shrimp stir-fry. Now, of course, you can use other proteins. You could do some chicken. I love shrimp, and this is super, super simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some frozen shrimp that I just got from the grocery store. I did get it uncooked because honestly, it's gonna be in the pan enough that I don't really wanna overcook it if I get the pre-cooked stuff. So, you know, this is what works for me. Now, you might have another option. Again, I'm just trying to give you some ideas. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my pan heating up. I'm gonna put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Personally, I try really, really hard not to use vegetable oils these days. They're not the best polyunsaturated fats for you. They actually cause oxidation within your system and can do some damage. So, you know, I know the government for a long time has tried to tout that vegetable oil is healthy. It is not. I tend to use extra virgin olive oil. We use avocado oil, coconut oil, or you know, macadamia nut oil in my house. And of course, the less refined, the better. So I got that in my pan. I'm gonna throw in some of my shrimp, and I'm just gonna let that cook just for a little bit. It doesn't take very long, guys. This is a super, I know you're so tired when you get home after work at the end of the day and you're not really thinking, hey, I wanna cook a fresh meal. This is one way to do it that's super simple. You can make a really big batch for your family if you need to, or you can cook some up tonight and take it to work the next day. You know what I mean? So it makes it really easy. And I'm all about that. I don't do complicated because number one, I am not the best cook. And number two, I don't have a lot of extra time. So it just makes this easy, makes it fast, and it's something that you can make and that the whole family will eat. Now, while that's cooking, and that'll just take just a minute, I'm gonna cover that up so it can cook a little bit faster. You could make your own teriyaki sauce, but honestly, I have found that I don't have a lot of time for that. And I've done a lot of testing as to what works for me and my family. Personally, I like the brand called G. Hughes. Now, I know a lot of people like Walden Farms. Some of their products are okay. I feel like they taste a lot more like chemicals. And I'm trying to really get away from using all those additives and preservatives anyway. And either way that you look at it, both of these products are a processed version, so kind of keep that in mind as you're using it. I don't tend to use these on a daily basis. I really like their barbecue sauce. Now, let me back up and just tell you that these do contain sucralose, which is Splenda. So keep that in mind because, as you know, even though they promote themselves as being a zero-calorie product, they're not. They're just following some loopholes. Sucralose is a sugar derivative, and it does show that it spikes insulin. So used in you know, big amounts, it can be a problem, especially if you're a diabetic. However, I don't tend to use a lot of this, so you know, in small quantities, it's generally recognized as safe. So as my shrimp cooks, basically what I'm saying is that I'm going to use a pre-made teriyaki sauce. Again, this one's by a company called G. Hughes. I first discovered them with their barbecue sauce because that is my favorite. They have like 5 flavors of their barbecue sauce. You can find it at probably almost any grocery store. Locally here, Walmart does carry, as a matter of fact, Walmart's actually started to carry quite a few of their flavors. As a matter of fact, that's where I found the teriyaki sauce. They actually have a couple of other glazes and sauces now. Again, even though it says sugar-free, this one does contain pineapple juice. So it can't be completely sugar-free if it contains pineapple juice. You have to get really good at reading the ingredient list, not just the label, the nutrition label. You have to get good at reading the ingredient list because you're going to find some things that they're not really going to tell you. Again, one of the loopholes that they follow is if it contains under a certain amount of sugar per serving, they can actually call it 0. So that really kind of bothers me, right? That's kind of like saying, hey, I know you're allergic to this, but because there's under a certain amount, I'll put it in there anyway and let you have, you know, anaphylactic shock. Okay, so we're gonna use this in just a second. Now, the other thing that I like to do is, in this particular instance, I actually like to use frozen vegetables because they're flash frozen. It's super simple, and you can pick really quickly, choose a mix that works for you. So at the grocery store, I just chose the broccoli stir-fry mix. You can get it with snow peas and some other things. It's totally up to you. But like I said, I like it because it's super simple, and it makes the food preparation go really, really fast. So as these cook up, in just a second, I'm going to add the vegetables. And honestly, I just need that to all heat up. Not a big deal. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna put this in. Now, a couple things that I've been thinking about, because I know a lot of people will say, well, what are the macro breakdowns of this? Well, you know what, guys, learn how to use MyFitnessPal. There's numerous apps out there that are free, they're easy to input your information, and if you found one that you like, fantastic, but I can't tell you everything on this because sometimes you might use something a little bit different. My idea for this is the stir fry with the shrimp, the vegetables, the teriyaki sauce, and then I always have a tub of pre-made rice. Matter of fact, I'll get it for you. I always have a tub of pre-made rice in my fridge because I do food prep, and all you have to do is measure out the rice, right? Heat up a little bit of rice. It makes it super easy. I just heat up a little bit and then throw on the sauce and the vegetables and all of that, and you've got an instant meal. So a lot of this you could make ahead. Again, if you want a little more fresh, you know, you can do this part of it, but I made this like 2 days ago and I'm still eating on it. Okay, so again, got this in there. Do you need to add any sodium? Probably not. I'm assuming that the teriyaki sauce has a little bit as well, so I'm not as concerned about that. They're almost there, almost there. See, and in this instance, it probably would have been fine to have the pre-made shrimp as well. Not super expensive either, which is really great. So while it's cooking for really quickly, I just want to tell you about a couple things that are going on. I'm pretty excited. Big things coming. You know, I really am interested in teaching you how to live a healthy lifestyle. Now I know, you know, the New Year's is coming up, so I know you're already probably kind of thinking, well, hey, I'm going to put on 10 pounds as I go through the holidays, and then I need to take it back off. But really, my goal is to teach you how to kind of live in a healthy way year round, right? So even through the holidays, there are things that you can do in order to kind of not put on 15 pounds of weight through holiday parties and stuff, but yet to still enjoy the holidays. So in the next few months, you're going to start to see some videos pop up about how to live a healthy lifestyle. We're going to call it Living the Better Life. And it's going to be everything from how to food prep, how to get through the holidays, as well as how to travel, not only if you are doing it on vacation, but even if you travel immense amounts for business. So pay attention to that. Also realize that everything that I put on Facebook Live gets uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can hop on there, subscribe, and you can follow all the things that I do and see if something helps you. Because really my goal is to help you find your groove faster. So if you're like me, you know, certain things work, certain things don't. It's taken me 8-9 years to figure all this out. I don't want it to take that long for you. So if I teach you a few things, and if you glean some things from some other places, and it works for you, rock on, then we've done our job. Okay, so this is going super great. I am going to now throw the vegetables in here with it, just long enough for the vegetables to thaw, because of course they're frozen. Season this great and making lunch already. It makes it super easy. Okay, I'm gonna just let that heat up for just a minute as I make a mess. Well, that's me. I make a mess everywhere. And then now for this, as I was talking about a minute ago, when it comes to measuring things out, I actually recommend that you do measure things out, especially things that are processed, only because that way you can be very specific as to how much you're using. But I do feel like it makes a difference, because even though this is pretty much, well, it's not 0 calorie, it's 5 calories per tablespoon. If you're using the whole bottle, that adds up. And honestly, like I said, even though it says 0 grams of sugar, with pineapple juice, it has to have a little bit of sugar in it. So, you know, if you're diabetic and you really need to be paying attention, I think sometimes we let ourselves justify things like, well, it's kind of healthy, so I can use as much as I want. But it can add up, especially when it comes to things like sugar, vegetable oil, and ultra-processed products. So keep that in mind. Okay, so it's just gonna take me about another 2 minutes to let this all heat up. All I'm gonna do, honestly, guys, is throw some of the teriyaki sauce in there. If you guys have any questions about it, if you can't find a product, pretty sure you can find this on Amazon. You can find almost anything on Amazon. Amazon is my friend, because I don't personally, I don't like to go shopping. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't. So if they can deliver it to my door in 2 days, I'm a happy girl, right? I should have stock. So all I'm gonna do is throw a little bit of this in there. I'm gonna put some rice on a plate, serve it up, and I am good to go. See, doesn't that just sound good? It smells good too. That's the best part of this year, is that things start to smell amazing around the house because it's the holidays. Yes, I do make healthier versions of things, but my philosophy is I really want to enjoy certain things about the holidays. I do make myself earn those things that I'm going to have, such as Thanksgiving. I'll talk about that later, but you know what? I like to have, I want to have pie. So I actually like to work really hard, behave myself up until Thanksgiving, enjoy that holiday, not every day, that holiday, and then go back to living a healthy lifestyle. So, it might be different for you. Depends on how, what your goals are and how far you have to go. But definitely stay tuned for some of the things that are coming up, because I'm hoping to help you out. So have an incredible day, you guys. If you have a comment or idea, I know things are popping up, but for some odd reason, Facebook now, even though I have it on its side, all of the comments are this way, so I can't read them from here, but I will respond as soon as I'm done here. So if you have an idea, if you have a recipe that works, especially for this time of year, and it's a healthier version, please let us know about it, because we love to share. If you have questions or an idea, you may also message me directly at Facebook Messenger. I do respond. So have an incredible weekend, you guys. From here through the end of the year, Meals with Melissa will be on Saturdays, just because of the holidays and the way things are going. So Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or notice that I do post them when I'm done, and I upload them to my YouTube channel. So have an incredible day, you guys. That is Meals with Melissa. We'll see you next week.